Once upon a time, in the land of Pants, there was a king who was simply known as Lord Pants. Lord Pants was the bravest and strongest king in all the land. Lord Pants had a son named Prince Pansy. As brave and strong as Lord Pants was, his son was cowardly and weak. Since he'd never been on any adventures of his own, Prince Pansy loved to tell the tales of his father's adventures, such as the slaying of the killer squirrel, the calming of the spitting llama uprising, and Lord Pants's victory at the Battle of Waldrug. Whenever Prince Pansy would tell these stories, his audience was captivated. However, once the story would end, and the audience came back to reality, they laughed and laughed at Prince Pansy, as the look on his face was one of pride and accomplishment, and everyone knew Prince Pansy was too scared to go on an adventure of his own. The people of Pants laughed at Prince Pansy quite often, as he was afraid of most things, like ice cream, light switches, and dead grass. One day, Prince Pansy had had enough of all the ridicule, and left the land of Pants to go on an adventure of his own. Prince Pansy was amazed at the world outside the land of Pants. He saw things he'd only heard of in the stories of his father, like mountains, rivers, llamas. Llamas? Oh no, llamas. Not just any llamas either. Prince Pansy had adventured right into the territory of the same spitting llamas whose uprising had been calmed by Lord Pants. The llamas recognized Prince Pansy and immediately surrounded him. Prince Pansy did the only thing he could think to do in a situation such as this: assume the fetal position and cry. Yes, the situation looked bleak for poor Prince Pansy. He was certain that these were his last few moments on earth, and he was to spend them afraid and crying, which he found fitting. All of a sudden, a woman was in front of Prince Pansy with her fists up, ready to fight the spitting beasts. Prince Pansy watched in awe as this woman fought off the llamas with only her hands. After the last few llamas fled in horror, the woman turned to Prince Pansy and said, "Hi, I'm Princess Chlorine, but you can call me Chloe." Prince Pansy was torn. On one hand, he should be thanking Chloe for saving his life, but on the other hand, if he returned to the land of Pants with this as his only adventure, the ridicule he would face would be a fate worse than death. Before Prince Pansy could decide between thanking Chloe and crying, Chloe asked him his name. "I am Prince Pansy, son of Lord Pants," he said. "Oh, Lord Pants! Please tell me of his adventures," Chloe pleaded. Prince Pansy beamed. As he told of the adventures of his father, they began to walk. Prince Pansy didn't know where they were going, but he didn't care. Someone was listening to his stories, and wasn't going to laugh at him afterward. Eventually, they reached a city, and Chloe informed Prince Pansy that they were in the kingdom of Schnoz, where Chloe was from. Chloe introduced Prince Pansy to some of her friends, and told him to retell the story of Lord Pants's taming of the walruses. Everyone loved this tale, as well as all the other stories Prince Pansy had to tell, and no one ever laughed at him. Prince Pansy and Chloe fell madly in love and lived happily ever after, with Chloe fighting all of Prince Pansy's battles for him. The end.